The featured company is a paid client of Proactive Group Holdings, and this recording is disseminated by Proactive on its behalf.
Their customer list. It's, a who's who of blue chip customers, including Google, Microsoft, Netflix, Oracle, Spotify, Meta, and many other big brands. And, our goal is to expand and really, upsell and cross-sell within our own ecosystem in 2026.
Welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Evan Gappelberg. He is the CEO of Nextech3D.ai. And Evan, good to have you back again. How are you?
I'm great. Great to be back, Steve.
Yeah, so last time you and I talked, we talked about the acquisition of Crafty Labs, and now the due diligence is done, and this is scheduled to close very soon.
Yes, pleased to confirm that the due diligence is done. We did a full audit of Crafty Labs, and really, the acquisition is complete. We do have to finalize on January 2nd. That's the closing, but in essence, we're done.
Mhm.
And again, just to reiterate, Crafty Labs has generated about 1.2 million in year-to-date revenue with about 72% gross margins. But the most exciting thing for me, Steve, is their customer list. It's a who's who of blue chip customers, including Google, Microsoft, Netflix, Oracle, Spotify, Meta, and many other big brands. And our goal is to expand and really upsell and cross-sell within our own ecosystem in 2026.
And Evan, just to remind everyone about Crafty Labs and the technology they have and how it fits seamlessly into what you have.
Yeah, they have a AI-driven event engagement company. Basically for blue chip customers, they do on-site team building, virtual team building, seminars,
Yeah.
and ultimately, they have a lot of repeat customers, and it's really, one of these platforms that doesn't have a ton of competition either. In the event industry, what they do is kind of niche, and that actually is to their advantage because, again, there's not a lot of competition. So it's a great, great acquisition for Nextech, very complementary because it's not the same, event software that we currently have. They have some complementary software that really extends our portfolio and again brings in these blue chip clients that are so valuable to startup companies like Nextech.
Okay, and just, I mean, we are closing in on the end of the year, as you mentioned. 2026 is ahead. Do you want to give a quick update on where you see the company going? I know we talked to your head of global sales and the work that he's doing. So do you want to talk about what you have anticipated for 2026?
I do. But before I do that, I do want to also highlight that on this deal, that I've invested $321,000 additional into Nextech in an 18-month, convertible note. So I want shareholders to really understand, Steve, why I did this. It's one word, alignment. I mean, we could have raised the capital outside of the company. I'm always being asked if we want capital, but I continue to be the company's largest shareholder, currently owning over 32 million shares of the stock. And this investment reflects my confidence in Nextech strategy and execution and long-term opportunity. And that segues into your question about 2026 and what we see. So what I'm seeing is a massive, massive amount of upside to our business. Crafty Labs just adds a lot of horsepower where, we already had over 500 clients. We've spoken about that in the past. Now we're like 1,000 plus, and these are blue chip names. And so if you think about my day as I roll into 2026 and my sales guy's day, it's to meet and greet and start to build relationships with Google, with Meta, with Oracle, with Netflix, with Spotify. It's literally going to be traveling around the country, meeting with these people to build relationships, rapport, and expand our business. Any one of these accounts can be million dollar, even multi-million dollar opportunities for Nextech. And that's a big deal. So, as we look at our business today, Steve, we already have triple digit growth in the bag because of these acquisitions. The question is, are we going to show 100% growth or are we going to show 999% growth? And that's really just about execution in 2026. But no matter what, we are going to have a massive, massive, massive spike in our growth in 2026.
All right, we'll leave it there, Evan. Thanks so much. Good to see you again, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you, Steve.
Evan Gappelberg, the CEO of Nextech3D.ai.
The featured company is a paid client of Proactive Group Holdings, and this recording is disseminated by Proactive on its behalf. It is for informational purposes only and does not constitute investment advice, an offer, or a solicitation to buy or sell any securities. Viewers should conduct their own research and consult a qualified financial advisor before making investment decisions. The views expressed are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect those of Proactive Group Holdings, trading as Proactive Investors or its affiliates. No responsibility is accepted for any loss arising from reliance on the information presented.